Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I know the last time I uploaded it was like January 2019 and I uploaded 2018, 8 countries in 18 days. I did that in December. I got back June 2019 and I know now it's March 2020. So it's super crazy how time flies, but now I'm here in quarantine like the rest of us and I'm like, okay, now I have time to go over like what it was like living abroad in Spain. Um, yeah, basically it's like I visited Spain before. I've been to the major cities and it's not the same as like living there in like a small city, population 7,000. You know, I lived in the province of Cordova and I lived in a small city called Hinojosa del Duque, population 7,000. So it was definitely a culture shock. You know, my first week was a little overwhelming. You know, obviously you can't have high expectations. You don't kind of go in with like expectations, just because I didn't know what to expect. So I definitely need to be very like strong-minded going into it. Yes, I did have Darlene go with me, but it's just a different experience. Like you fly with one luggage into a new country without a car. You take a bus to the city. You don't have a place to live, you don't have a car, and you're like, this is where I'm staying for 9 months. So that was pretty crazy. But we did find a place to stay in 3 days. The house tour that you saw, that took us about a week to find. About a week, yeah, we lived there. And yeah, it was at first, very different. It was just being away from your family and friends, not having a car, not having just your same daily routine, not having the same meals, having different food. Their food portions are super small over there, and I was worried that I was going to lose weight, which I did, yeah, I felt like right before I left, it took me forever to gain like 5 pounds. Sounds like nothing, but to me it was a lot. Once I got there, yeah, I pretty much lost my gains. But yeah, it was just like getting used to everything, getting used to speaking in a different language. Like I grew up hearing Spanish. My mom speaks Spanish, but like I never spoke Spanish back, so I never really learned Spanish. I couldn't understand it, but speaking it's like another thing. So I didn't really know how to speak it until I got there. I really had to immerse myself and force myself to speak it to get by, because in a small town no one understands English. So I had to force myself to learn the language, which I feel pretty confident now. I know I can get by. I did learn like just a different culture, like how the Spanish are, like um it's very different. Like they're very family oriented, and they definitely like love their family. They're very social. They're very, even though like my small town, like there's really like nothing to do there. I feel like people, get together and they find ways to get together, even if it's just for breakfast or for dinner. There, like I said, there's really nothing to do in my small town. There is a supermarket, there is a church, there's a bank, and there's a couple little stores, but that was about it. Oh, and there's a discoteca, but that was mostly young kids, like 18-year-olds. Like me and Darlene went, we're like, okay, we gotta try it. Like, let's see the club here. And it was like Darlene's students, her high school students, so that was kind of awkward. But like, okay, well, now, yeah, like what else is there to do? But luckily we did meet people. We became friends mostly with Darlene's, her professors or her coworkers, because they were more like a little bit younger, and they weren't, or some of them were married, some of them weren't. I feel like my coworkers at elementary school, they're all married and older and had kids, so we were able to hang out with them, and I feel like we really got to practice our Spanish with them. Um, so that was like really good, just practicing our Spanish, talking to them, especially since they didn't really know any English, except for like two of them were teaching English, so they knew some English. But yeah, it was definitely a cool experience. I don't regret it at all. Like I met so many people over there. We did meet another girl, Maria Esther. Like her English was like perfect, so it was kind of nice to have her as a friend and just like being able to express yourself. Like, I can't, like, I feel like the most difficult part there living in Spain is like not being able to express yourself. Like, yes, I feel confident in getting by in Spain, like asking questions, whatever, but being able to like talk about deeper things, just things I like to talk about, just like have conversations about whatever, like I couldn't do that there. And it was like really like kind of stressful, like until like I met my sister. Like I could finally like feel like I could be myself. If I wasn't talking to someone from back home in America, like I felt like in Spain I couldn't really be myself, like express myself. Like I was having conversations with my coworkers, but like I can only say so much. It was very like small talk, and I hate small talk. Like I hate small talk, but I knew I had to speak a little bit if I wanted to learn Spanish. So a lot of the Spanish I spoke is obviously small talk, but obviously you get tired after a while speaking just small talk in Spanish. Like I already hate small talk, and it's like I can't even like express myself like how I want to talk. So there's just a lot of things to take in consideration, like living abroad, like things you're gonna face. If I feel like if you're really close to your family, like it might be hard. Not that I'm not, but it definitely is like it's definitely like 9 months not seeing them. Like seeing them was like super weird. Seeing my friends and family when I got back felt like time had not passed at all. But yeah, it was super weird. But yeah, I felt like what I learned there was just like, I don't know. I was able to like put myself in like in the shoes of a Spaniard, and they just live very simplistic. Like they don't live in houses, they live in like apartments most of the time. Mostly because they can't really afford it, but they're very like content. Like they're such happy people. Like they're honestly like I feel like just happy people. They're not stressed out. They work to live. Yeah, work to live. Like they don't overwork themselves. They work very minimum hours, little hours. We have siestas. That was amazing. Just like in the middle of the day after work, just take a nap, or in the middle of work shift, just go home, take a nap. Like super relaxed lifestyle. Like super friendly, super loving. Like they were so nice to me. Like the students' parents. Like I fell in love with my kids. Obviously, my students, and then just their parents were super friendly. Like obviously it was just such a good experience, like just putting yourself out there. And like it's just weird, like I just came back having an appreciation for like just foreigners in general, because obviously I'm a foreigner in their country, and them just being so nice to me. Like it's like, yeah, like it takes a lot for someone to come outside their country into a new country and adapt. Everything is different. Like nothing was the same in Spain, like how it was in America. Like nothing. Like I don't know, I can't explain it, but just the lifestyle, the way you eat, the way you talk, the way you express yourself. Like I mean, everyone can tell when I walk in the door I'm American. Like I just stand out like a sore thumb. Like just because, yeah, just the way we dress, the way we do our hair, the way we do our makeup, just the way we talk. Obviously, it's like, I'm just different. I'm just foreign, right? But they're just super nice people. So it just made me appreciate just foreigners in general, like what they go through, like coming to America. A lot of us aren't as welcoming. But in Spain, obviously, it's such a toured country. Like everyone's pretty welcoming. But yeah, it was such a crazy experience. I had wished I made this video maybe like right when I got back. And I'm still gonna talk about like my travels and everything, because I was able to see 15 countries. Well, 15 countries in total. I think while I was there, I saw 14 countries in Europe, just because I was right there. And like you could take a cheap flight, you could take a train, a $13 train ride from Amsterdam to Paris, like super cheap. But yeah, I definitely want to try to upload those videos of like my travels, and like just all the countries are very like different, but unique, but like similar in other ways, but unique. Like I don't know, it was such a like amazing experience. I'm so glad I did this like right after college. Like I mean, because it's not easy to just be like, pack up your bags, leave your family, leave your friends, leave a relationship. Like it wasn't easy to do all that, but I just knew like I'm young, I need to do it now or else I'm gonna regret it. And I'm so glad I did, because when I was there, it literally felt like I was there forever. It felt like 9 months, like the days went by so slow just because I didn't work that many hours. I worked 12 hours a week. So I had a lot of downtime, which makes the days go by slower. So my whole like experience there was weird. Like living at home in California was like, I felt like I'm never coming home. Like that's so long from now. But like obviously time went by. But yeah, I was ready to come home. I felt like I was there forever, and I'm like, I just miss my car. I miss the food. But I was so glad just to have that experience, because like not many people I know can like, you know, do that, or like have the means to do that, or the opportunity to do that. So yeah, it was just super eye-opening, and definitely I want to talk about like other things I learned there, and like just Spaniards in general. Like I just have such a great appreciation for them, and just traveling in general. And like maybe next video I'll talk about like how to do it on a budget, because we obviously traveled to all these countries, but like we stayed like in Airbnbs, and like, you know, did trains and super cheap flights. So maybe I'll talk about that next time. But yeah, like I just want to catch you guys up, like just what it was like first going there, like living, like just moving there on your own, new country, new city. Yeah, it's pretty different, but it's such a good experience once you're there. Definitely recommend everyone to do that if they can, if they have a chance to do that. But yeah, it's so crazy. Just time flies by so fast. I knew this was gonna happen when I came back to America. I'm like, I'm gonna work a 9 to 5 and like get back into this fast life, you know, this pace of life. And that's what happened. I feel like I haven't been able to update you guys like on any of my travels or any of my experiences, just because, you know, America, like life hits and then you just get to do all that. But now that life's on pause for everyone, I think I can start uploading more and filling you guys in. And any questions about traveling you guys have, be happy to answer. Yeah, I just hope this helped you guys a little bit. I don't know if that answered any questions or if that helped at all, but I just want to kind of get like what it felt like just to move into a new country. Like it's definitely different, and definitely, you know, encourage people to visit Spain. Obviously not right now is not a good time, but definitely in the future don't be like scared to travel because of this virus thing. But definitely go there, and like yeah, so anyways, catch you guys on my next video, and if you like it, subscribe. Bye.